All right, I'm finna make this video, man. What's up, everybody? This is ZTV 1990, and I just want to respond to a podcast that Showtime did a couple of days ago this week. He had Homegirl on there, and I'm gonna let y'all know right now that was the most prejudiced episode I ever seen Showtime do. And I mean this with all due respect, man. This is no beef to show because I am subscribed to his channel, but I don't like the fact that he's been going in on people that praise Caitlin Clark. He's exposed YT people for their racism and prejudice when it comes to Caitlin Clark. He's got no Whitlock. He's got no Stephen A. Smith. What was it, RG3? All these analysts for only talking about Caitlin Clark and putting Caitlin Clark on a high-end pedestal, right? But look how Showtime, all the two other people on that panel, including most of the majority of the black community. Look how y'all talking about Shedeur. Look at the praise and honor for Shedeur. You are all putting Shedeur too much on a high-end pedestal when Shedeur has not really won anything yet. I'm going to be very honest. He hasn't won anything significantly, not in the conference he's in. Now, we're going to review stats really quick. Okay, this is on Dillion Gabriel. This is why Dillion Gabriel was drafted ahead of him. And it's real obvious. Because if you watch that entire panel, that entire episode he did on when Joe Flacco was traded to the Bengals, you will see the level of racial bias. You will see that these people got no respect for Dillion Gabriel at all. The fact that Dillion Gabriel came from a better school and had technically better stats as far as like accomplishments. He had just as good as accomplishments as Shedeur. Yeah, Shedeur may got more yards than him, but again, Shedeur got the Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter. There was no Travis Hunters in Oregon. Now look at the Oregon Ducks make the 2024 college football playoffs, but were eliminated in the quarterfinal at the Rose Bowl by Ohio State. The same Ohio State that won the championship. They won it all. 41-21 after a successful season, including winning a Big Ten championship and undefeated regular season. The Big Ten is technically stronger than the Big 12. I'm going to say that one more time. The Big Ten is stronger than the Big 12, and I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you as soon as I'm done. Look, the Ducks earned the top seed in 2024 college football playoffs, securing a berth in the Rose Bowl. They had a first-round bye. So, how is Shedeur better than Dillion Gabriel? How, bro? In what way in the world are we talking about? Bro, if you're going to talk football, you got to talk reality, man. You talking with emotion. That whole podcast was out of emotion, Show. You got to be better than that, bro. Come on now, you supposed to be, and I like you, Show. We both Clipper fans, but this right here is ridiculous, bro. You just want Shedeur to start because he's Deion Sanders' son. Let's be honest, man. You are all used to glitz and glamour. The fact that Deion got all these celebrity entertainers, all these rappers coming over there, man, that's what y'all attracted to. Again, the only team he lost to was Ohio State, and Ohio State was blowing out everybody. Look, historical regular season. Oregon was the only undefeated team in FBS by the end of the regular season before a playoff. The only one, bruh. So let's stop disrespecting Dillion Gabriel. This goes to all black people. That's only right now for sure, with knowing full well you're not a Cleveland Browns fan. You don't care about the Browns. Look, the move to the Big Ten conference proved successful with Oregon winning the conference championship in its first year. So he won his championship. Sir, we gonna look at this. I want everybody to pay attention before I continue, man. Now look at Oregon's schedule. Look at their conference. Shedeur, Travis Hunter, nor Coach Prime is beating none of these teams. First of all, you're not beating no Penn State. You're not going to beat Indiana. Not with that record. Indiana football team is legit, people. Again, some of these are playoff. Four of these were playoff teams. You damn sure was going to beat Ohio State. Ohio State will eat Shedeur up. They eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Look at it. Illinois was tough. Iowa is actually decent. Michigan. Now, Michigan kind of toned down since Jim Harbaugh left, but again, they were not beating. You're still not going to. I beat Michigan and give them a run for their money. I really do believe that. Look at Minnesota, but you can't even beat USC or UCLA during the Pac-12, right? Before the conference changed, they got blown out by USC and UCLA. Oh, yeah, and they couldn't even beat Washington either. Couldn't beat the Washington Huskies. I just need to point that out, people. And that's when they went 4-11. That was the year Travis Hunter got hurt and was missing for like 7 games. Okay, now Travis Hunter fully healthy. Right, now we finna see the record. Let's compare this to the Buffs. Let me just get this straight. So how in the world is Arizona State beating out Colorado? And Colorado was ranked higher than them when that season started. When last season started last year, Colorado was ranked at like number 7. They was in the top 10. Everybody, Mark Wilborn, everybody, all the analysts, Chris Broussard, everybody had them going into the playoffs. They had Colorado making a playoff appearance. How you get beat out by Arizona State? All they really had going for them was led by Bo Scalabru. Now Scalabru is legit, okay, but their quarterback is not as talented as Shedeur. Yet he was able to go 7-2 and go 11-3. 11-3 is a whole lot better than 9-4. People, look at that. BYU, he got beat up by BYU, straight beat down, belt to ass in that game. This I know. The people that was on Show's podcast with him when he did that breaking news reporting on Joe Flacco getting traded to the Bengals, they was not watching college football the entire season. They really wasn't. Look, even Iowa State. How's Iowa State ahead of you? I don't get that. And then you talking about Jackson Dart, but Jackson Dart school was ranked number 9 overall. See, where was Jackson Dart? Look at Cam Ward. Look at that. That's why Cam Ward dropped number 1. Look, he's behind Clemson and SMU. Damn, you're not beating Clemson. You ain't beating none of you. Damn sure ain't beating Miami. You're not beating none of these schools, people. I need y'all to understand that. Let me see. Where's look at Ole Miss. Right up here, right? They were ranked number 9 in the nation. Right above Alabama. Y'all talk about Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe is technically better than Shedeur. He has to be a backup behind Sam Darnold. His team went 9-4, being a tougher conference. That's the SEC, man. There's no way you're going to take a Colorado buff quarterback over somebody who went to the SEC. There's no way in hell. And look at it. This was Texas, right? Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck are both better than Shedeur. Again, these are better schools that got better programs. Yeah, Deion is a legend, but he's not better. He's not a better coach than none of these coaches that go to these schools, man. Come on now, let's stop the disrespect. Black folks, y'all just didn't meet y'all prejudice against non-black quarterbacks. Y'all prejudice. I'm not taking Shedeur on Carson Beck. And this is Carson Beck that's left Georgia and is currently in Miami. Miami right now is number 3 in the nation. Currently, this as of 2025. And see, Showtime. The reason why a lot of these players stay over 4 years so they can develop. They're serious about getting the bag in the NFL. And they're developing their skill. That's why, brother. And again, Penn State went to the Final Four in that playoffs. Losing to Notre Dame, matter of fact. But Ohio State was beating up everybody. Okay? So, again, bro, like, how are we putting Colorado on a high-end pedestal? What makes Shedeur so special? Again, let's please explain this. And let's look at his schedule too, man. While we at it, again, I need to let everybody know. I need to give everybody the real right now because people are not making sense here at all, bro. And it's crazy. It really is crazy, man. Like this thing there, man. It don't make sense. It's like, bro, like, come on now. Like, yeah, we got to be for real here, bro. Like, y'all, I understand how y'all feel about Shedeur, but look at these games, bro. Look at the games they lost to. Look how they getting blown out. Like, hey, come on, bro. You can't beat Arizona State. You couldn't beat UCLA. This was within the last 2 years. Look at all these. You can look for the schedule yourself, people. You got 45-3, man. Come on now. And that was when they were in the Big 12. So I need people to understand this. They're not as good as you think they are. Okay? Coach Prime is overrated. He should have just stayed in SWAC. He should have stayed in the HBCUs. Or he should have went to another school, man. Because you're not beating none of the tougher teams. They just can't, man. Yeah, you know, this has got to be said. It's got to be said, man. Look at the teams they lost to. I need people to understand that. Look at the schools you lost to. Look at Kansas. How you lose out to Kansas, bro? That's not making sense. Kansas, really? An underranked team. That didn't make an ounce of sense. Okay, yeah, you blew out Oklahoma State, but look at BYU. Couldn't beat BYU, can you? Come on now, look at the schedule. Look, Kansas State, another unranked team. Nebraska, unranked. Why are you losing unranked teams? Show. Again, bro, was you watching any of Colorado's football games? Travis Hunter played the entire season. He won the Heisman, so I don't want to hear the excuses. Look at Utah, unranked football team, bro. No, man. Y'all not going to have it both ways. Now, Dillion Gabriel, okay, in 2024, before going into the draft, 3,857 yards is decent, 30 touchdowns, and a 72.9% completion rate. He also rushed for 7 touchdowns, leading the Ducks to a Big Ten championship and earning him a Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year award and a spot at the Heisman Trophy finalist. That means he was up there with Travis Hunter. Show. Since you say y'all all about stats, right? We all about numbers, so I'm going to break down the numbers. Bruh. Shedeur did not win his championship. Man, Arizona State won that championship, not him. There's no way in the world the Sun Devils should be better than the goddamn Buffs. Hell no, bro. Y'all getting on my... Again, that whole podcast is sad, bro. Most of y'all should be talking college football no more. Y'all done with that. Come on now, man. Shedeur is not up there for no Heisman Trophy. That was Travis. It could be argument Travis Hunter carried that entire Buffs team. Because without Travis, would Shedeur even have the same amount of yards? Look at that. Dillion Gabriel, first-team All-American, earned this recognition for his play. Heisman Trophy finalist. I mean, he was right up there with Travis and Average Gentry. Okay? I think he's number 3 or 4. Come on, man. I don't want to hear this no more. I don't want to hear the excuses. Black folks need to admit they prejudice. So, you all need to stop treating Shedeur Sanders like he Caitlin Clark. Can't have it both ways, brother. This ain't happening. You got to keep the same energy for everybody. Now, I'm not against Shedeur. I supported Shedeur. Y'all can see on my TikTok, Z the Preacher. Or Preacher_Z, man. I supported Shedeur, but be honest, Shedeur got a lot of flaws in his game. He got a lot of faults. Again, Travis Hunter was playing offense and defense. If Travis Hunter was not there, he would not look the same. Matter of fact, it could be a debate. How would Shedeur look if Travis Hunter would have went to another school? Like if Travis Hunter would have went to Oklahoma Sooners. Right? He would have went anywhere else. He could have went to Miami. He could have went to any other school. What would Shedeur be? What would Shedeur look like if he didn't have Deion as his coaching him, as his father? And his agent, by the way. Oh, yeah. Didn't Shiloh fire Deion and went with a different agency, bro? Because he didn't like how Deion was carrying himself during the combine? Deion talked too much. Same way Shedeur. We got to stop giving Shedeur all this extra confidence. Look, I get it. Y'all want the man to speak up for himself and be good, but he's a grown man. You also got to be humble while you're a rookie. Especially when his team lost 4 games. His team did not make the playoffs. Look at 9-4. So you 9-4, you barely was ranked 25, but you're talking, and you're not better than BYU or Arizona State. Get out of here. This ends it, man. Show, you gotta do better than that, brother. Okay, I love you, Show. We both Clipper fans in the NBA, but when it comes to football, bro, football's more my thing, man. A lot of you, especially homegirl on there, homegirl straight disrespected Tom Brady and Peyton Manning all in one sentence. She straight said that Cam Newton lost to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Bro, I don't remember Tom Brady ever being traded to the Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning came over there in free agency after he left Indianapolis, but not Brady. Brady was a Patriot for 20-something years before going over to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, along with Gronk. Okay? So, no, man, we got to cut this out. Oh, yeah, and Brady had nothing to do with Shedeur not being drafted by the Raiders. He even said it in his own mouth. He came out there and made a statement on a podcast and said, I had nothing to do with why the Raiders didn't draft Shedeur. That was all Mark Davis. We should all know this by now. Okay? Y'all take care. God bless.